People often say, if you worry, you don't trust God. But worry isn't faithlessness. It's a natural response of the human body. It's learning not to let worry control you, and that's what people often don't understand. This is another video of a woman or person, let's just say, we saw the other day. And I remember we watched this video and I looked at Dia and she was so furious. She was like, how could she say this? Like, you could tell, like, you know, I'm not a person who calls people out, so I don't want to really say like who it is or what video it is, but it was a longer video, but it was something like, if you believe in God, you don't, no, if you worry, you don't believe in God and you don't let God do his work, right? Okay, so I always talk about this. I'm a very spiritual person, but lately I've been, working on the relationship between me and God. One day I read something, I saw a video of a person. If you know who she is, please tag her. She said to me, she said in the video, while you pray to the universe, I pray to the source who created the universe. When I heard this, I was like, oh my God, it changed everything for me. So I am right now working on making the relationship between me and my God as strong as I can. And I kind of started to talk to God in a way that he or she is my best friend. And I'm talking about my issues, about where I am in my life right now, what I want to see better. And it's not that, weird, you're here, but I don't see you and I don't know if you really exist. Like that's where I am, right? So when Dia and I watched it and we both had I see where she's coming from. I understand what she's coming from. It's like, don't let fear take over your body where you are not able to do or change anything else around you. I see where she's coming from. But you see, the issue that I have is that we forget that at the end of the day, we are human beings. We are in a human body experiencing a human human body, a human spirit, right? We always talk about spirituality and about God, that we're chasing this high of getting out of your body and experiencing everything that's out there, that we sometimes forget to experience what we have inside, right? So when you say to someone, and again, I see where you're coming from, but still, when you say to someone, if you worry, then you're telling God that you don't trust him. My thing is, I'm a human being. Even though I know in my whole body, my whole spirit, my whole existence, I know there is a God and he or she is watching over me and is there for me, God still wants me to have a human, how do you say that? God still wants me to have a human experience. I don't need to always be enlightened and always feel like I need to be this perfect human being who puts everything in God's hands. God wants us to make mistakes. That's what I believe. God wants us to learn. And God wants us, again, in my opinion, to second guess him or her. This is why we are human beings. This is why we're here. We're here to learn, to make mistakes and learn from it and become better human beings. But yes, to that point of don't let fear take over your body, because I did that. For so many years and so many times, I would have fear take over my body, my life, my work. And I was paralyzed. I was living in that fear and I had no idea how to get out. And how I got out is by being okay with me being in that situation right now. I didn't need all the answers. I didn't need to understand. I just needed to be okay with knowing that this is where I am right now in order for me to be able to get out of it. And how I was able to get out of it is to have conversation with God. Back then I had a conversation with the universe, right? And I would manifest, and I would have my crystals and all that stuff. Now I sit down, have a conversation with myself and God. And you know what the beautiful part about my relationship with God is now? I don't just speak to God if I feel fear or if I'm in a bad situation. I started to speak to God when I am in my best, when I feel amazing and I feel great. That's when I started also talking to God and thanking him or she. So we need to be okay with being human beings. We need to be okay with knowing that there are a lot of situations in our lives where it sucks. It sucks to be where we are right now. It sucks to be that person. It sucks that you cannot pay the bills. It sucks that you didn't make it in school. It sucks. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to second guess God. But it's also important to take a breath, calm down, and see that you're actually safe and that you have something around you that is protecting you. So, and I don't want to make it like I'm preaching or anything, you know what I mean? Like, that's just my take on it's okay to worry. And if you worry, that doesn't mean that you don't believe in God. It just means that you are a freaking human being experiencing being a human being. So, I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. You know, I just said about like that I had times in my life where it was very hard for me and I had fear literally take over my whole existence. And when you feel that way, that's why I said in the beginning, like, I understand where she's coming from, and certain points, like, she's right, is when you let fear take over you to the point where you can't even breathe anymore, that's when I'm challenging you to put trust in God. Put trust in God, even if you second guess it. Have that conversation with God. Try to figure out where that fear is coming from. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for today.